Inspire Career Spotlight on Careers is excited to welcome a new affiliate partner to the podcast, and that is the Salary Bump. The Salary Bump is offering a special deal to the listeners of the Inspire Career Spotlight on Careers podcast, and that is a 15% off coupon for their digital course, the Salary Accelerator Program. Use the special code INSPIRE15 at the link below here in our notes and get 15% off the digital program. It's going to help you prepare for salary negotiations, whether you are negotiating a raise inside your current job or you're looking outside your company and you have a new opportunity. Congratulations. Either way, you're going to be able to approach the opportunity with more confidence than you have before. So check it out. Welcome to another episode of Inspire Careers Job Seeker Spotlight, the video podcast series where I bring you the newest and upcoming talent for the marketplace, introduce you to them, let you learn a little bit about them, and employers let you see if they might be a good fit for your workplace. I'm happy to introduce today Trace Lustgarten. Hi, Trace.
Hi, Kathy. Thank you for having me on today.
I'm thrilled to have you, and I am thrilled to let everyone meet you. So, Trace, I'm going to turn it right over to you. You know, whenever you have an interview like today, the first question everyone asks is, tell us a little bit about yourself. So go ahead, Trace, tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name is Trace Lustgarten, and I'm from about an hour north of Boston, Newburyport. I'm currently pursuing my master's in Business Analytics at UMass Amherst Eisenberg School of Management. I also recently earned my bachelor's in Informatics with a data science concentration, also from UMass Amherst, graduating magna cum laude.
Beautiful. And when are you going to be graduating with your master's degree?
I'll be graduating with my master's in May 2026.
All right. And we are working together to find him his full-time job, which is why we are recording this today to give you first crack at him. But in the meantime, he's got some great stories to tell here. Trace is one of the few people that I've worked with who have two internships. Trace, let's talk about those. Let's talk about the one you've already completed, and then we'll talk about the one you're currently doing. Tell us about the big one you did overseas last year.
Yeah, so last summer, I worked for a startup company in Japan called Blue Gold Investments. It was a real estate company that finds properties being sold and looks for investors to then sell them to for a higher price. They help these investors find these undervalued properties, and we show them comparable properties and how those have been turned around in the past. So what I did was a lot of going through past like REIT reports and looking at those properties' profits and the changes they made and how we can compare those to these potential properties we're trying to sell to investors.
Well, that's really technical work, Trace. That's pretty awesome. And let's not underplay the fact that you went to Japan, navigated all that on your own, spent time over there, new culture, working in a completely different environment. How did you find that? Like, how was that for you?
It was an incredible experience. I really loved my time in Tokyo, especially the public transport. Being able to get anywhere in the city was so great. And the little neighborhood I stayed in had such great local food. So I really enjoyed my time there and love to return at some point.
But you're a traveler though too. I mean, from what I know about you, you and your family, you've traveled a lot. I mean, you do a lot of great travel, recreational travel. You do a lot of stuff too. So you're kind of an adventure guy, like willing to go anywhere. And you are willing to go anywhere for this next job, right?
I absolutely am. My main goals are I want to be in a big city and I want it to be somewhat chiller climate. I don't think I can take the temperatures of anything like Texas. So whether it's Chicago, New York, Boston in the US, somewhere over in Europe like Berlin or Amsterdam, or on the other side of the world in Tokyo or Seoul, I think I'd be happy anywhere.
All right. Love that. Let's talk about your current internship, because right now you are doing incredible work. And I know they relocated you for this internship. Like, I know last time you went to Japan, this isn't quite as far, but really you're still away from home. Tell us about that, Trace.
Yeah, so I'm currently working in Maryland for a company called Harkins Builders. It's been a great experience with the company so far. They have a really great sense of community. I'm working as a scheduling and analytics intern. It's a construction contractor, so they get jobs and then hire people to help build them. So what I've been mostly working on in terms of Harkins is the scheduling of these construction projects. There's so many different things that go into building a building or even just doing renovations that you need to map it all out and have it scheduled. These schedules follow a chain of logic because some things need to be completed before others. And I've seen some other people in the scheduling department do some incredible things like manage to bring in the timeline of a project by a full month. So I think this scheduling is like a really powerful tool.
Tell us a little bit more about your technical skills because, the scheduling piece, if you don't really understand it, it really is a big deal. But you've got some other great technical skills too. Tell us a little bit about those, Trace.
So the scheduling piece, I've been working in Phoenix Schedule Creator, but then on the other half of the internship, I've been working with one of their sub-companies called Construction Intelligence Solutions, where they use their scheduling and analytics tools and give them out to other companies. So I've been working particularly in Power BI to create data dashboards that some of our clients and subcontractors can use to keep track of all their resources and all their data, whether it be HR, their vendors, all sorts of things. And beyond that, I have extensive experience in a lot of programming languages like Python, Java, R, and a lot of analytics software such as Tableau and SQL.
Trace, why do you want to do this kind of work? What attracts you to it? Why do you like it so much?
Well, I've always been like very much a numbers person, a data person. I grew up watching like a lot of sports, mostly like NBA and NFL. So the next day I would always be looking at the box score, who did what. And just looking at those numbers has always been so fun to me. So ever since high school, I've just been making up these reports on players of my own, sometimes posting them online. A lot of the ones I posted in high school, people had plenty of critiques from, but I continue to learn from them and I still have a lot of fun doing it.
That's awesome. And I do want to say something. For the time that Trace and I have been working together, I will also say that is you may not always anticipate with people that are as analytical and as technically savvy as Trace is. Trace really is the total package. As you can kind of tell, he's very personable. I'm asked to talk about his disc assessment. He will love to talk about that with you. He did that, and he can talk a little bit about that. He's got some great soft skills too, and he did some leadership before in the past. Do you want to talk about that too? Your student leadership?
Yeah. So when I joined UMass in my freshman year, I joined the graphic design club because it's something I've always been really interested in. In high school, I took a Photoshop class, and I was also on Robotics Team, where I did some design on our robotic sailboat there as well. So I've always found graphic design really cool, working in Photoshop and like compiling together images. So I joined the graphic design club. And then over time, very quickly, a lot of the members had graduated. So by junior year, I found myself in the president role in that club. So I was doing my best to try and keep it afloat because it was not an official registered student organization. But currently, it is all set up for an RSO application. I've handed over leadership currently, but it should be on pace to become an RSO within the next few years.
Nice. Good job. Good job. All right, look at Trace. We're going to tie this up here, but is there anything else you would like anyone watching this to know about you if they're considering reaching out to you to talk to you about a potential job for next summer?
I'm looking for a role within data analytics, whether it's from within a sports organization, in a consulting firm, working in marketing, working in fintech. I find all of these different industries super fascinating, and I'm really willing to work with any form of data as long as I'm able to get familiar with it and learn what it's all about.
All right, we're going to leave it there. So listen, folks, we're going to drop Trace's URL for his LinkedIn profile here. Feel free to reach out to him. He is on LinkedIn. And he actually is on LinkedIn, so he will absolutely respond to you. Trace, thank you for coming with us today and sharing a little bit about your background on Job Seeker Spotlight.
Thank you for having me.
Taking a quick break to share something I think you'll find valuable. If you're negotiating a raise or exploring a new role, check out the Salary Accelerator program. It's a digital course or our affiliate partner, the Salary Bump, and it can help you approach salary conversations with strategy and confidence. Use the code INSPIRE15 for 15% off of the digital course. Find the link in the notes below. All right, folks, before we hang up here, make sure that you subscribe to our channel so that you get notified of when we drop great new content for all of our job seeker information. And until we meet again, live inspired.